That's our 5 p.m. newscast, but we're still following new developments on today's biggest local stories. Stay with us for WPBF 25 News at 6, starting right now.
Right now at 6 on WPBF 25 News, that wind starting to howl, especially as we go through the next 24 hours. We'll talk about that and the rain chances coming up.
The pushback from groups on the Treasure Coast claiming federal immigration agents are ramping up activity in their communities. What we know about clashes between law enforcement and protesters.
And a middle school basketball coach arrested in Palm Beach County. What we're learning about the messages he's accused of sending to a 16-year-old girl.
WPBF 25 News starts right now.
First at 6, breezy conditions now with wind speeds expected to increase heading into our weekend. The tropical storm Melissa moving slowly through the Atlantic and the Caribbean. The latest advisory on what's expected to become the next hurricane of the season. Good evening and thanks for joining us. Here at 6, I'm Todd McDermott.
And I'm Felicia Rodriguez. Let's go to Chief Certified Meteorologist Chris Martinez for a look at the changes we can expect and a closer look at Melissa. Chris?
Yeah, Melissa's still struggling this afternoon into the early evening hours. Here's the center of circulation and starting to make more of a northerly turn as we go in towards tonight. And then eventually we'll move towards the northwest as we get forward in towards the latter part of the weekend. It's a ragged storm right now. There's still lots of tropical moisture being poured in on the southern and northern side of the system. Winds are just 45 miles per hour. Remember, at one point it got up to 50, but has died down just a little bit. And as we take a look at the newest future track, notice it's going to struggle through at least tomorrow. And then once we get past Saturday into Sunday, we go from a Cat 1 hurricane to a Cat 3 on Sunday, then to a Cat 4 Monday into Tuesday. We have to watch that western side of Jamaica for some really big impacts. And this latest future track now showing more of that curve towards the north and eventually towards the northeast as we go into next week. Still not looking at big impacts here across South Florida. Here's a look at live first warning Doppler radar. A couple of light sprinkles out towards Palm City, back out to the south of Bridge Road and I-95. We'll see just a limited rain chance in the forecast as we go into the early evening hours. Outside of that, numbers not bad. Low 80s, Vero Beach to West Palm Beach, 83 the current temperature, West Palm 82 right now in Boca Raton. Here's a look at the planner as we go in towards the evening hours. Numbers eventually will cool tonight into the mid-70s, mostly clear skies. We'll talk about the winds increasing and, of course, have the rest of your weekend forecast. We'll see you with that coming up in just a few. Guys.
Thank you, Chris. Developing tonight in Martin County, WPBF 25 is trying to get more information about this police activity in Stewart. It happened at about 3:30 this afternoon. We know about 12 state trooper vehicles and 2 helicopters were seen off Southeast Indian Street. WPBF 25 News reached out to both the Department of Homeland Security and Florida Highway Patrol asking what exactly was happening. We will update you when we know more. Now, this is all happening as we're covering an increased presence of ICE agents on the Treasure Coast.
Rachel Perry spoke with a local protest organizer and reports now from Stewart.
People here on the Treasure Coast tell us they've noticed an increased ICE presence this week. And on Monday, a man was arrested after a rock shattered the windshield of an ICE vehicle.
You're watching WPBF 25 News.
New at 6, a groundbreaking ceremony for a new multi-restaurant dining area in Port St. Lucie.
It's called The Grove and is located in the city's Port District. A total of 7 restaurants will be opening along the North Fork of the St. Lucie River. The businesses will include rooftop dining options, late-night restaurants, and a tiki bar along the water. The city is hoping this will become a destination for residents and people visiting the Treasure Coast.